Hi, this is Candice, and welcome to day 20 of the 30 Days of Forgiveness Challenge. Now, keep in mind in this challenge, what we've focused on the first 15 days were to basically release everything that had been holding us back. And the focus on the remaining 15 days is just the rebuilding phase. Today, I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. Went through some things today, was met with a lot of just adversity. So I'm going to call this one the Candice diaries. So as you all know, I'm a single parent, doing everything myself, of course, working 10-hour days. Of course, that's not counting the time I have to get up and, transit and home and, just the whole 9 yards. Now, I've been going through some challenges with my son, for the past maybe a couple years now, and I had really just been feeling it just as a parent, going through that phase of what have I done wrong, how have I failed you? If you're acting like this, what have I done? But I've been forced lately to reflect back on my own childhood and just thinking of the child that I was, a difficult child. I wasn't the easiest child to raise. But I would say a lot of the challenges that I had, was basically me reacting to situations and not really knowing how to express myself. So at this time, being the age that I am, of course, and also being a parent, I've been forced, like I mentioned, to reflect on it just to see how I can handle things differently. You do the spankings, the punishments, the, taking away of electronics and, the whole nine. And a lot of it is met with, just the same behavior. So where do you go? What do you do? I can say for myself, it caused me at times to shut down or even feel that I just wanted to pack up and leave, and not give a damn, pay rent, do nothing, just leave and be off to myself. And I know that's not a good feeling. And I'm sharing this because I know someone needs to hear it. What do you do? So what do you do? What am I going to do, going forward, of course? Just sit down and have a conversation with him, kind of see where his mind is, something that I've done over and over and over again. And instead of imposing, punishment or restrictions on him, just basically have a conversation to see what we can do together to accomplish better behavior. This guy, when I tell you he's smart, he tests high and all his tests, high. To the point where he's, one of, I guess in their state testing, this past year he tested one of the highest kids in the state. And I don't want to see, him and his potential and what he could become, just fall by the wayside. So this is just me ranting and just rambling on, what can I do to be a more effective parent? So I guess what I need to do in this video is, apologize to my mom because I wasn't, the easiest child, like I mentioned. I remember days where she would have to come off her job and, have to come to the school. I've gotten spanked in front of the school and, did some things that I shouldn't have done and actually learned that she was a very fast runner because of something I did. I had poked my sister Jackie in the eye with a pencil and, just thought that she couldn't run because she was old. But, so, Mommy, I apologize for being that difficult kid growing up, giving you a hard time, having you come out to the school, what seemed like every other week, because now I'm experiencing that same thing where I get phone calls home multiple times a week. And the school year just started. We're in week 3. And I already have 1 suspension under my belt, so I apologize because I am reaping what I've sown, all those years ago. And, I just thank you, for not giving up on me as I would not give up on my kid. I'm going to continue to press forward. Thank you for, instilling values in me and, having those conversations. Even though sometimes, a lot of those conversations cut like a knife and I didn't understand, what you were trying to tell me or, do for me at that time. But I really appreciate it now, because now is when, a lot of it is coming in handy. It gets really hard, but I'm going to stick in there. Not going to give up on him, because he has a great mind. He's a good child and just need a little more guidance. So I forgive myself, for having feelings of wanting to throw in the towel, and just hang in there and give him the same thing that I received from my mom, and treat a situation with unconditional love and respect him, for the person that he is. What I can say, I am so thankful that, there are a couple young ladies, that I can call on, one of which is my sister, one is my cousin. And they are very good when I want to vent. And, today when having a conversation with one of those young ladies, just to know that their situation, with the parenting and everything is similar. And know things that I'm going through in my situation is not unique, but we're all going through it. So if you are going through, this particular situation or something similar, just build that support system. Have an outlet, to where you can vent and get things off your mind. Because it's better to do that than to put your hands on the kids and, whoop their ass and be in jail, calling somebody for bail money. But this has been day 20. I just had to get that off my chest because I did allow it to really bother me today. And I know I just had to share it because I know someone will draw from it. So have a good night. I'll see you on day 21 where we will continue the rebuilding process. Have a good night.